Thousands of people know Frank Caprio as the dispassionate judge on the TV show Caught in Providence. He studied law at night school, working as a teacher, and was appointed a lawyer in 1965. 20 years later, he became the Chief Justice of the Providence Municipal Court. And since then, he has obviously been popular with city council members, as they have re-elected him 6 times. However, it was only in 2000 that TV shows began to be filmed in court, and Caprio also became more widely known, not least because of his unpredictable but fair decisions. The show features real people and real court cases, and although some may consider him the star of the show, Caprio sees nothing frivolous in his role. "I'm not here in court to be an artist. My main role is to administer justice," he says. However, this did not stop YouTube videos about some of the judge's cases from going viral, and one such episode in particular attracted public attention. It told about a woman who appeared in court with 2 daughters in her arms. The woman ended up in front of Judge Caprio after authorities accused her of parking on the sidewalk. Then, when she was fined $100, she didn't pay. When the woman arrived at court, Caprio was more interested in talking to her 6-year-old daughter Janice. Therefore, he called the girl to the podium to find out more about her. He asked her what her favorite subjects at school were, and she replied that they were mathematics and English. Caprio then asked Janice who she wanted to be when she grew up, and when she told him she wanted to be a teacher, he was thrilled. "It is wonderful. It's a great job. This way you can help other people improve their lives, right?" he said. However, in this case, Caprio needed Janice's help on another matter. He wanted her to help condemn her mom fairly and honestly. And, fortunately, the smart girl agreed to his proposal. After giving the floor to her mother, Caprio asked the defendant if she had an explanation. "I went to my cousin's house to pick up some things. He was having a party, and I didn't want anyone to crash into my car, so I parked on the sidewalk," the woman said. Judge Caprio then gave Janice 2 options. She could collect all the fines from mom, which would amount to $300, or waive the fines and force mom to pay the initial fine of $100. But then Caprio discovered a third option: he could do something kind for Janice's mom. For example, he can reduce the fine to $50, or if Janice thinks it's fair, he could drop the charges altogether, and her mom would get away with it without paying a cent. In response to a question, Janice decided that the fairest option would be to collect $50 from her mom. However, Caprio decided to change the subject for a second. He asked Janice what she had for breakfast that morning, and her answer seemed to move him. Janice explained that she hadn't eaten anything before arriving at the courthouse and was damn hungry. Then Judge Caprio decided to make a deal with her mom. He said that if the woman agreed to buy her children breakfast after attending court, he would drop the case. Faced with another option, Janice agreed that breakfast was the best option, and, hugging Judge Caprio cordially, left the courtroom with her family without paying a cent. Perhaps unsurprisingly, the touching decision proved popular with viewers. Soon, the video began to spread on the internet. Moreover, those who watched the video spoke with delight about Judge Caprio and his sentence, calling him the fairest judge in the comments. Undoubtedly, the girl's mother violated the rules, but how important is it when the judge can make a decision according to conscience? Caprio understood that, collecting a fine, he practically takes food from the children's mouths. It was clear that it was not easy for a woman with 2 children in her arms. His actions prove that even people in power can have the softest hearts. And it is not always possible to act within the rules, since in fact situations can be different and much depends on specific circumstances. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.